I'm going to tell you the tale of Dracula, but I'm going to tell you the untold story of Dracula. Dracula Untold. Hey, that's my review for the day, Dracula Untold. I'm Al McGee with your entertainment ticket. Well, Dracula Untold, they building this up as a retooling of the true Dracula story. Again, this is not a Dracula, this is another Dracula movie, coming out. I will, say this. My first film that I saw at a very, very young age was Dracula with Peter Cushing. That was my very first film that I saw. Then I went to the movies after that to see every Dracula film and also almost every Dracula television show. And lately I've been a little bit bored with them because I like the original Dracula storytelling. Well, this film, Dracula Untold, is trying to do that, trying to get back to the original story. This is the untold story of Vlad Tepes, also known as Vlad the Impaler, the infamous Romanian prince who served as an inspiration for the character of Bram Stoker's classic novel. But it really isn't. This is Vlad Dracula reimagined or retooled version of Dracula. They've been trying to do that with everything these days, like I, Frankenstein, Spider-Man, and all that stuff now. Now, this story starts out, I don't know what century this is. They really didn't say, I don't know, 16th, 17th, 15th. It's supposed to be in Eastern Europe. And here the Turks and Vlad Tepes, played by Luke Evans. He's also, was in The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smog, and Fast and Furious 6. Well, he's celebrating 10 years of peace there on his throne in Transylvania. Well, he retired from killing people, going to war, because, he used to war with the Turks, because when he was a young kid, the Turks took him and made him a warrior. Now, his wife, Miranda, played by Sarah Gordon, and they have a young son. Everything is great for them right now. 10 years of peace. But also the Turks returned. They wanted, their bounty, and they wanted 1,000 boys from Transylvania to go into the Turks' army. But the lead said, I'm tired of this. I need something to compete against the Turks, because he really didn't have an army there in Transylvania. And, like I said, they had 10 years of peace. Well, he found some dark secret in a cave. Now, the Turks said, give me the 1,000 boys, or we're going to wage war on you and just take them and kill you and your family. Vlad said, well, I need some more power. So he goes to that cave, and there's a Dracula figure there, stuck in a cave, cannot come out, killing people, as they come near him. Well, he gives Vlad the power, and he takes that power, but he only has his power for 3 days, and he defeats 1,000 Turks in one night, and then he had problems the next day. Then he does some more killing the next day until the Turks figure out who he was and what it was he trying to do. Now, was this a good retooling or retelling of this story, which was directed by Gary Shore? And in this film, 2 stars, Luke Evans, as I mentioned before, Dominic Cooper, Sarah Gadon, and Charles Dance. Was this a good retool? I mean, was it interesting? Well, it to me, it's really trying to follow more of the Dark Knight genre. And it was more tragedy than horror. And the special effects wasn't that great or wasn't that special for me, where it was eye-popping when I said, wow. It really wasn't for me. It was a little boring because, of course, there was a lot of dialogue going on between the characters, or what to do, what not to do, love, I love you, don't take my son, daddy, I don't want to go, things like that. I'm only giving this 2.5 palm trees. I understand what they were trying to do, and kind of admire that, because I wanted to go back to the old Dracula storytelling and things like that. But only giving this 2.5 palm trees. And of course, in the end, it does leave you with a little surprise that, hey, it might be a sequel to this. So I wanted to see the sequel right then and there. Because what did they do? What happened to him over the years? Dracula Untold, only 2.5 palm trees out of 4, or 2.5 stars. For me, Al McGee, film critic here at Your Entertainment Ticket at www.yeticket.com.
We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. yeticket.com. We are your